a challenge being a tourist yesterday in the heat. We got a little overheated, but the evenings have been wonderful.
The Portland area is seeing unseasonably hot weather this Mother's Day weekend. Not hot enough for people to avoid the outdoors altogether, but the quick warm-up is a cause for some safety concerns. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm John Adams. Our Sydney Dorner is live in downtown Portland. And Sydney, tell us how people can stay safe in the heat.
John, it is 90 degrees here in downtown Portland. Last Mother's Day weekend, Multnomah County saw 22 people end up in the emergency room due to heat-related illnesses. This time around, they're trying to get to people before their health is at risk. After months of overcast and almost daily rain, the Portland metro area is seeing some unexpected sun.
I am not dressed appropriately and I am sweaty.
I'm in short season from March 1st to November 1st. I never wear long pants, so this weather's good for me.
People were eager to enjoy the outdoors, with 3 water rescues already happening Friday evening. One was of a teenager who couldn't swim at Clackamas River, who ended up okay. Another at Moulton Falls in Clark County, where 2 adults were rescued with no injuries. The water was 42 degrees at the time. And lastly, another rescue at Sandy River by Lewis and Clark State Park, where a man was pulled to safety by another swimmer after he became disoriented from the cold water. Multnomah County Health Officer Dr. Richard Bruno says each year we lose people who drown in dangerous waters.
Especially areas like the Sandy River or the Willamette River. A lot of the mountain runoff is still very cold. Water temperatures are in the 40s and 50s and haven't quite warmed up to the air temperature yet.
Dr. Bruno says it can be easy to forget these high temperatures can be deadly, reminding us of ways to protect ourselves from the sun.
It's a good idea to be proactive about hydrating, carrying that water with you, drinking water throughout the day, as well as sunscreen.
Now, if you want to check water temperatures in your area, you can head over to KGW.com. Just a heads up, AMR will not start patrolling local bodies of water until Memorial Day, which is still 2 weeks away. John, back to you.
All right, Sydney, thank you. Stay cool out there. Well, turning now to our weather as our May heat wave continues, let's bring in meteorologist Joe Ranieri. And Joe, is this heat going to stick around for Sunday?
It's going to be warm for Mother's Day, but it won't be as hot as we have been seeing the last couple of days. Let's go out to the Oregon beaches along the northern part of the coast. 65 degrees over in Astoria. I'm sure the beaches are packed with people enjoying all of this sunshine. Temperature of 90 degrees in downtown Portland as we look at the bricks right now. Pretty warm out there. We should be looking at temperatures on average, John, right around the mid to the upper 60s for the middle part of May. But as we look at some of the daytime highs, upper 80s to low 90s. Again, some of these could be record-breaking temperatures. The record for today is 91. We jump up another degree or so here in the next 45 minutes to an hour. We would be seeing the second day in a row with record-breaking temperatures. As we look at the coast, temperatures were in the mid-60s. Over in Hood River, temperature of 88 earlier this afternoon. Here's what we saw yesterday. Record-breaking temperatures across the metro area with temperatures right around the upper 80s, low 90s. Yesterday was at 91 at PDX. There's a chance we could do that for the second day in a row. I'll talk more about a detailed forecast, just how long things will be this warm coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thank you. We're talking about the heat during the day, but at night, we've been treated to a fantastic show. Our viewers have flooded our inbox with these dazzling shots of the northern lights across Oregon and Washington, filling the skies with shades of green, purple, pink, even some blue. It was actually seen as far south as Alabama. And in case you didn't see the show last night, don't worry. You have another chance to check it all out. Let's bring Joe back in. Joe, what do people need to know if they want to catch a glimpse of those amazing views tonight?
Get away from the city lights. If you're wondering, why are we experiencing this? Now, this is expected to be one of the biggest geomagnetic storms we've seen in over 20 years. You have to go back to the fall of 2003. It's all in part because of this sunspot right on the sun there, 16 times the size of Earth. And if you're wondering, how exactly do the northern lights form? Well, here's a good explanation of how they form. We have that solar wind coming from the sun, obviously. Charged protons and electrons are emitted from the sun. Well, those particles follow the Earth's magnetic field and they enter into the Earth's atmosphere. And that's why we see these beautiful colors of some purples, some greens, and even some pinks. Those electrons collide with various molecules in the atmosphere. And that's what we've been seeing, last night and earlier this morning as well. Some reds, some blues, and some greens. A lot of those photos that we've been seeing have been more of the greens and the blues. And again, we're going to be seeing it again tonight. From NOAA, they're expecting this to be on the extreme level. That geomagnetic storm, again, a G5, expected to be one of the strongest we have seen in over 20 years. And as we look at the futurecast, we're not going to be seeing any clouds in the area. And this is going to be peaking right around 11:30 midnight tonight. As it does, we're going to be seeing clear skies. The places that could be having some issues will be along the Oregon coast. If you want to check this out, John, get away from the city lights and look north, basically 11:15 to about 12:15 late tonight, early tomorrow morning.
All right, Joe, thank you. I definitely will. I don't want to miss it tonight. And we'd love to see what you all at home are able to capture from tonight's storm. Send us your photos to the number you see right there on your screen. You may see your pictures in one of our newscasts. The Portland State University campus is quiet again today after a protest last night resulted in a brief shelter in place for students and staff. The university tells us during a planned peaceful protest, a separate group tried to get into the Park Mill building with what PSU calls the apparent intent to occupy the building. They left before officers arrived around midnight. 2 people were caught spraying graffiti and were arrested. Another was arrested on probable cause from a different incident. And University of Oregon officials are giving students another chance to end their encampment without facing academic consequences. More than 100 students remained after Tuesday's deadline. They have until today to clear out or face being suspended or expelled. Officials have rejected protesters' demands, including for them to divest from Israel. To the latest in the Middle East now, Israel has issued an urgent warning to Palestinians to evacuate parts of Rafah in southern Gaza. As part of the new evacuation orders, Palestinians are being told to head to shelters in a designated humanitarian zone. The evacuations are forcing tens of thousands of people to move as Israel's military signals it is preparing to advance on the city. President Joe Biden has said the U.S. would not provide Israel with weapons and artillery shells that could be used to launch an assault on Rafah. Back here in the Pacific Northwest, an annual festival in North Portland returns bigger than ever. The St. Johns Bazaar is a free street festival bringing together local music, vendors, and the people of Portland. The festival always happens the same day at the historic St. John's Parade that took a pause during the pandemic. But when the parade returned, organizers say the community-centered festival had to come back as well.
That's why the bazaar started, because people would come for the parade, and then by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it was back to nothing. And we wanted to keep people here. And we've been doing it since 2007. So it's a big deal, and people come to expect it, and we want to deliver for them.
The festival's footprint was bigger than ever, with a record 180 vendors taking part.